Hello, dear friends. Today we need to talk about the liver. It should be noted that the liver is the largest gland in our body. Interestingly, around 30 million people in Europe suffer from liver pathologies. As for Russia, we don't have statistics, but it is a significant number. There are about 50 different liver diseases, including fatty hepatosis, cirrhosis, hepatitis, and liver parasitosis. Liver problems often manifest in external signs that indicate disruptions in its functioning. Why are we specifically talking about the liver? Because liver problems can occur without symptoms, without any pain. People often come to us with liver cirrhosis and complain of pain in the right shoulder joint. They seek help from various medical institutions, spend time and money, but do not get results. It's all because the cause of the pain lies in an enlarged liver. An enlarged liver exerts pressure on the liver capsule, leading to pain in the right shoulder joint. But liver problems can precede other conditions. For example, a person may snore, which is one of the signs of liver dysfunction. With liver pathology, the root of the tongue can also swell, and oral cavity problems can occur. Liver pathology can affect joints, muscles, and cause involuntary muscle tension, leading to speech difficulties. Pay attention to the speech of your children, as liver problems in children can manifest differently. A child may be more impulsive, active, complain of pain in the right side. If you observe a child lying in front of you, you may notice that the right rib cage protrudes more, indicating problems with the liver. If you notice that a child becomes more irritable, less manageable, exhibits signs of encephalopathy, stomps his feet or waves his hands, it may also be related to liver pathology. Memory impairment and decreased thinking speed are common symptoms accompanying liver pathology. Other symptoms associated with liver pathology include dry skin. Some patients experience cracked fingers and are forced to wear gloves or use moisturizing creams. Dry skin and its sensitivity can also be related to the liver. The skin may also become flaky and stain clothing. For example, if you wear a black shirt, it may turn pale, as bile, which is produced by the liver in a volume of 1.5 liters per day, is present. In addition to the volume of bile, the liver also needs to maintain a certain concentration of bile. If the concentration of bile decreases, fats that we consume are poorly absorbed or not absorbed at all, leading to skin problems. Deficiency of fat-soluble vitamins is also associated with this issue. In conclusion, we see that the liver plays an important role in our body. Liver problems can have diverse manifestations and affect our health and well-being. Therefore, it is important to pay attention to our liver and seek the help of a specialist for diagnosis and treatment. We can also monitor liver function or bile flow by measuring temperature. In the normal state, the temperature should be around 33.3 degrees. If the temperature deviates downwards to 27-28 degrees or upwards to 30 degrees, it indicates degenerative changes occurring in the liver. An increase in temperature leads to increased pressure in the ducts, which is always accompanied by elevated temperature and sometimes an inflammatory process. Inflammatory processes in the liver also result in increased temperature. A pyrometer, similar to the one used in construction to measure body temperature, can be used as an indicator. It is a kind of indicator, but of course, the manipulations need to be performed correctly to return the temperature to normal. Additionally, interesting studies can be conducted using belly button temperature. You can measure the temperature before eating and then measure it again after some time. In a normal functioning body, the temperature should return to its initial value. Deviations in either direction can indicate degenerative changes related to the liver. With decreased liver temperature, we may become more irritable and aggressive. With an increased belly button temperature, we may experience sleep difficulties and become insomniac. It is noticeable that a person's mental state is also connected to the liver. When the temperature drops to 27-28 degrees, a person starts to destroy and crush everything around them. Insomnia also occurs with liver pathology, where a person cannot fall asleep for long or frequently wakes up. Note that the liver's activity and pathology can have a temporary nature, ranging from an hour to 3. During this period, From 1 to 3 hours, the liver exhibits the highest activity. Sometimes we use this fact, as if the necessary medication is given during this time, its effect on the liver will be higher. It is desirable for a person to rest during this time, as the body is in the process of restoration. External signs of liver pathology can also manifest on the nails. In liver pathology, the nails may have a pale appearance. In addition, teeth grinding can accompany liver pathology, especially if parasites are present in the area of the duodenum, which obstruct the bile ducts and disrupt bile flow. This creates conditions for the development of fatty hepatosis. Red birthmarks on the body can also be associated with liver pathology. In ophthalmology, there are also numerous eye diseases associated with the liver. In liver pathology, the eye's membrane can become painful, accompanied by stagnant phenomena in the liver area. Erosive changes in the liver are often accompanied by corneal opacity. Improvement in liver condition leads to improved vision and memory. Dementia can develop with liver pathology, and the state of the liver plays an important role in this process. Therefore, the liver requires care and assistance. External signs of liver pathology can be used for diagnosis as well as evaluating treatment effectiveness. Another characteristic of people with liver problems is that they often speak many words and can be eloquent. On the other hand, with a healthy liver, a person becomes kinder and more active. The liver is closely connected to the brain, and copper deficiency in the body can negatively affect the brain. During liver cleansing procedures, stones often come out, but this can lead to brain edema. The green color of the stones indicates the loss of copper from the body, and the brain is the first to suffer. Naturally, if the body lacks copper, the connective tissue suffers, which can lead to the development of hernias, including umbilical and inguinal hernias. Stool disorders can also be associated with liver pathology. In liver pathology, a person may experience diarrhea or severe constipation. The concentration of bile also determines the condition of the intestines, and low bile concentration can lead to abdominal bloating and digestive disturbances. Organisms that do not live in an acidic environment begin to dominate in the intestines when bile concentration is low, which can result in vitamin and enzyme deficiencies, as well as toxin accumulation. This, in turn, negatively affects liver function. Working with the liver is always connected to the functioning of the intestines, and it is necessary to alleviate spasms that hinder bile flow. Signs of liver pathology can manifest in various areas of the body. Pain in the big toe of the right foot, deformations of nail plates, and brittle hair can be associated with liver problems. Red eyes during anger can also indicate liver dysfunction, where it fails to cleanse the blood from toxins. It is important to pay attention to these signs and their connection to the liver. Our team has prepared material on representative zones and areas of the body that are related to the internal organs of humans. By examining the face, it is possible to speculate that there may be problems with the organs of the pelvic region. It can be assumed that there may be issues with the kidneys, gallbladder, liver, or intestines. These assumptions require consultation with a specialist who can provide guidance on the necessary actions to address the problem. However, by becoming aware of these assumptions, a person can independently begin to explore ways to improve their condition. It is important to note that simple cosmetic methods, such as using makeup to conceal the problem, will not solve its underlying cause. For example, acne does not appear without reason. It may be related to the pathology of an internal organ that has a connection to the specific area of the skin on the face or body. Even muscles do not detach from bone tissue without a cause. It only happens when there are reasons such as changes in the elasticity and phase of connective tissue that connects muscle groups. Once, I observed an interesting case related to liver pathology. A person was water skiing and suddenly tore a muscle. Upon closer examination, it was revealed that they had liver overload due to alcohol consumption, which led to a change in muscle viscosity and its detachment. I advised them to pay attention to the condition of their liver and avoid alcohol consumption before water skiing. The liver plays an important role not only in digestion but also in maintaining joint health. It produces enzymes that help improve lubrication in the joints. Pathology of the gallbladder and liver can manifest as knee cracking when sitting. However, what is interesting is that when congestion in the gallbladder and liver is relieved in children, the knees stop cracking, and the child becomes calmer and more balanced. It is important to remember that working with the liver is always connected to the functioning of other organs, such as the kidneys, gallbladder, and intestines. If you experience signs indicating problems with these organs, consult a specialist for diagnosis and appropriate treatment. He plays calmly, does not rebel, and does not throw toys. It can be said that a person's harmful behavior is most likely related to the condition of their liver. If the liver is in a pathological state, everything around them starts to irritate them. The gallbladder plays a role as a regulator of the liver. If we have liver and gallbladder disorders, a person may not like the weather outside, and they start blaming everyone around them for their problems. A good condition of the gallbladder contributes to the balance of the liver. When communicating with a person, you can pay attention to signs of liver pathology, such as yellowing of the eyes or their redness. Even a person's behavior and their manner of running or walking can indicate the state of the liver. For example, if children run around the stadium and one of them experiences pain in the right side, while another experiences it in the left side, it can be assumed that they have liver problems. If the physical education teacher asks them to warm up and then apply pressure to their liver area, the pain and knee cracking will disappear, and they will be able to run without discomfort, without injuring their joints. It is important to remember that running or other physical activities should be done in a state of calmness, without irritation, as during stress, organs are in a different state, which can lead to premature wear and injuries. Therefore, before running, it is necessary to bring the liver and gallbladder back to a normal state. After that, running or physical activity will bring real benefits: rest, normalize movement, and improve spinal function. Do not run when you are in an irritated state, as the organs are in a different state, and you can harm your body. It is important to take care of your liver, not overload it with alcohol or cigarette smoking. Then your life will become more interesting and enjoyable. Subscribe to our channel and find the link to our course in the description. We wish you health, happiness, and success.